next thing we have is Jerry Swanson.
Mr. Swanson.
Good morning. Just wanted to give you a little update on the property purchase you made earlier this year. As Judy's probably told you, that it's cost a little more money than we expected to renovate. Isn't that always the way a remodel goes? But really, what I wanted to come and tell you is that the bill has been submitted, and you should have a check any day for $10,000 from the Regional Day Report Center to go back in toward those remodeling costs. So they're going to pay a nice portion of that. So you'll get that money back. So
What all do you have down there in the building?
we have day reports on the first floor. They take up the entire first floor. They have one office upstairs. Home confinement is now down there. Community service is now down there. The last office upstairs will probably be used by a therapist, at least for now. We thought we were going to be able to work something out when we got a Marshall psychology student, a master's student, to come there like full time to for the day report clientele and the counseling and stuff. But now what I understand, I'm not sure that that's going to work out. So. But all they were asking for was a space, so we made them a space. Yeah. We can create an office to get a full-time staff person.
So the idea we had is working out, and the space that we made available has been pretty much fully utilized.
Yeah, and so we put offices down one half of the upstairs, leaving the other side kind of open as a meeting space or conference area. Two of the tables that were in the record room over here, those arch gray tables, are now upstairs there. So we've been trying to reutilize what furniture and whatever that we could, so keeping those types of expenditures to a minimum. I think at this point we need to buy blinds for 3 windows, need 3 more boxes of tile. It's used a lot more tile, floor tile than I expected. And you figure out the square footage, but you don't take into account all the cuts and whatever and have the tile and end up having to buy way more. So, but I think that'll finish the building up, I believe.
Are you going to do anything in the parking lot out there?
Well,
I just noticed that they were parked on the Friends there.
we do plan on getting a load of gravel in there and getting that. At first, I was hoping we could park several cars kind of like facing the main highway, if they just pulled in behind and turned there. But I don't think the lot's going to be wide enough, especially for like the full-size Durango and Expedition to get them in there. So we're probably going to have a parking space for 3, and then have to use on-road or across the street. Or,
yeah.
Of course, you know, there's a small parking lot behind the town hall, you know, which is just 2 buildings down in the alley. And then there's the large parking lot over by KBC, across from the bank, Jim Stevens. So really, and if you were in Charleston, you wouldn't think anything about parking that far and walking 4 buildings away. But in the Hamlin, it's like, oh my God. So I do have for you, it's a draft, but for an open house. I remember to bring it one. So. That's kind of for y'all's approval. I didn't know what to call the upstairs courtroom. I said dedication. Maybe it should be a rededication. The rededication. I was trying to get the final draft done this week so we can get those out. So it'll be about a month off. Of course, we'll be sending to Supreme Court all of our representatives in the legislature and Senate, all of our local friends, of course.
So,
if you have anybody in particular you want to make sure I send one to, please let me know.
what's good, I think we're trying to do them both at the same time, so we can get the same people involved.
Right.
I haven't seen your project down there, but the project upstairs is impressive.
It was very nice.
Anyone in the audience or commission has not seen the circuit court room upstairs that we just finished. It about $90-some thousand, something like that. It looks well for the court system, looks well for the county, I think. Good deal.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at when you see, because you saw the building before down there, to see what it looks like now. I think you'll be surprised. And of course, it was mostly done with volunteer labor, court-referred volunteers.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Well, I'd say it gets us a good project and saves us money by not having people incarcerated or whatever.
and we found that some of our workers had some really good skills that they could go out and work if they would. We also found some that had no skills at all. So, but I think that they're taking pride in their new space and their building. So
That's
good.
really good.
Well, I think it's important when you've got programs that save the county money, and that's, you know, that's, and not just with the day fees and things like that, but with rehabilitating people, making sure you're not getting back into the wrong things and costing so wrong. So I think you do a really good job.
I think we're making some progress, little by little. You know, we you know, we're not going to see leaps and bounds here, but little by little.
When you deal with human behavior, that's about, you know, all you get.
Takes a while to change it.
Yeah.
The building down there, the remodel wouldn't have cost nearly as much, having heating and cooling, which was a big part of it, and the doors. You know, new doors were $3,000. So,
3 doors.
well, it had the double doors in the front and the one side door.
Yeah.
We took the double doors out and put in a single with a side light, window side light, so you could get some light down in the basement there in the event of a power outage.
There's no windows in the parts.
No. So, but it was just under $3,000 just for that. So, but that's all I have. I'm not asking for any more money or anything today.
Okay. Well, and join the other commissioners in appreciating the focus that you give this program, because you are a probation officer and not a community corrections guru, but you picked up that and done it for I don't know how long, but a long time. And it's been good, and I think as Doc said there, it's good for the people involved and it's good for the county, and we appreciate it. We know that somebody has to make that happen, and we give you all the credit.
All right, thank you.